So I think funny enough that one of the videos that you constantly see on YouTube is tons of videos telling you how to get discovered on Twitch. So it's a well-worn subject that Twitch doesn't have the best discovery methods in their site. Basically, you only really see the biggest streamers up on top, and getting discovered, getting found as a new streamer is pretty hard. And I've personally seen a lot of smaller streamers, like all the work it takes to them to go from 5 viewers to 20 viewers to 100 viewers, and all the networking, working with other streamers, working on their Discord, staying updated with their community, collaborations, all that stuff. It's quite a lot of work. But what if like you didn't have to do that work? What if there was a way to jump ahead of the line? What if there was a place where you can get discovered and it can just launch your Twitch career in the stratosphere? So today's video, I'm going to talk about rLivestreamFail. So if you don't know what rLivestreamFail is, well, it's basically a subreddit on Reddit, and it's focused on fails. You know, it could be accidents that happen while streaming, drama, and sometimes even some wins. It has over 1.1 million members or subscribers. That puts it like in the top 500 of all subreddits. It's like in the top 50 of comments, top 40 in votes and likes, and I think it's like top 40 overall, and just the amount of comments that people post on the subreddit. So it has an enormous amount of traffic. And now another feature is the flare system, where you can basically filter out content that you may or may not want to see. And this gives you kind of a good insight into like the current Twitch meta, like who are the hot streamers by seeing the flares that pop up. You can actually, you know, install some stuff and see all the flares that are available for more filtering, but it's really good to see like, you know, who's hot right now, who's kind of dominating Twitch. And you can also kind of see it by just looking at the hot topics and seeing like who's constantly popping up. You see a lot of XQC there these days. So what impact does live stream fails have on the career of, say, a Twitch streamer? Well, if you get a post that gets popular on there, you might have a blip in your viewership. It might boost you a bit or get you some notice or kind of get things going. But if you become a favorite of LivestreamFail, which is your clips are constantly getting posted and other people are noticing, it can basically be a rocket ship to your streaming career. Let's take a look at one creator. This is twitch.tv/Maya. I think it was actually Maya Higa before, but she started in about February 2019 with honestly a pretty good 20 to 30 viewers per stream. That's pretty amazing for any new streamer. And she did have a pretty interesting like content that she was putting on the platform, which is she was rehabilitating wildlife and, you know, kind of showing the progress of her, you know, training like a falcon and getting it ready to be released in the wildlife. It's pretty cool content. Now, there's lots of really cool content on Twitch that most people don't get to see. That's why the algorithm doesn't really help out so much. But someone did notice in this case and did post this on LivestreamFail and then consistently posted her content, and other people noticed. And within about a month, her viewership just jumped to over 1,000 concurrent viewers, and it stayed in that and increased ever since. Now, the internet is a fickle place, and people, after they've, you know, seen the gimmick and enjoyed it, they usually move on to something else. But this didn't happen with Maya. She actually kept things consistent, kept things growing. But how did she do that? So Maya was actually able to maintain and grow her audience. She ended up with like about 3,000 concurrent viewers even to this day. And she hosted a stream recently that had over 30,000 viewers and raised over $500,000 that went to opening up her own bird sanctuary. But how did she do this without really changing her personality per se, or changing her content, her focus? And how did she remain who she was? And, you know, how did she get all these people to keep watching? So pretty much the average Twitch viewer knows that just chatting is absolutely taking over the platform. It's usually second or third. It's always having growth in terms of viewership. But if you go to just chatting, you'll probably find one kind of content consistently, which is usually some streamer, could be any language almost. They'll be looking at live stream fails, they'll be looking at clips, and they'll be reacting to it with their audience. And then another streamer will react to that streamer reacting to their clip over and over again. Like, this is the new Twitch meta, which is reacting to things that are happening within the platform. But how did Maya benefit from all this? How did she tap into this to keep growing her audience? So on Twitch, there's this class of what I'd like to call Twitch reactors. Now, this isn't too different from YouTube, which is, well, what I call drama videos, but people would call them maybe criticism videos where they take a look at what another creator is doing on the platform, talk about it, and then that creator sees what they did, they do a response, they interact, they become friends, they join a podcast, and it's kind of the same thing that happens on Twitch. These Twitch reactors saw Maya's clips, reacted to it, made their own comments about it based on what other people were saying. She saw that, connected with them, started appearing on their streams, and then there's podcasts talking about all this going on. You know, how did this interaction happen? So now she's on the podcast circuit, and now she has basically all these different audiences feeding into her content, which is great. And this is pretty much something that's been going on Twitch for a while now. It's been pretty prevalent for the last 2 years. You know, someone creates content, it gets noticed on LivestreamFail, people react to it, they interact with the reactors, they jump on their podcasts, and now they have whole new audiences. And this also happens with like genres itself. It's not just chatting. You find new games and new content that have been popping up. Like I discovered VR chat and GTA roleplay from there, and I discovered new streamers like Tyler One and Kid Boga from this whole kind of like new Twitch meta of, hey, what are people laughing at? Oh, let me talk to that people that are laughing at. Oh, let's have a show about why people are laughing about this. Now, before you think, okay, I got to get myself onto LivestreamFails, you need to think about the nature of the community. So with any community that's built over time, there's always bad actors, bad participants. And, you know, one of the flares on LivestreamFails is drama. And drama is definitely one of the biggest pieces of content on the subreddit. So there's creators who have manufactured drama in order to get posts on LivestreamFails, or play up to the drama to get more posts and keep people interacting and keep things going. And there's been whole investigations about this drama. And, you know, is it real? Is it fake? People have gotten banned because of, you know, manufactured drama. Now, the thing is with drama is that, you know, if you're someone who's maybe just new to this and hasn't really put a thought in what they want their community to be like, who they want to watch them, you know, like how they want to interact with this whole streaming thing, it can be really overwhelming to basically be thrust into the spotlight and not to know the kind of interactions that are going to come in with them. Now, there is a whole portion, like a very extensive portion on the subreddit about harassment that's evolved over time, that's had to deal with bad things happening to creators over the past couple of years, and serious things happening that have, you know, maybe driven away people from streaming or even worse. And, you know, while the subreddit has gotten better in enforcing things and kicking people off and removing problematic content, you know, it's not always followed. And let's be real, you know, you get people in there that are basically trained to laugh at you or think of you in a certain way, and they're going to come in and they're basically going to expect that from you. And let's be real, Twitch chat gets toxic really quick if you don't have a good team of moderators. It can be hard if you go from talking to nobody to about 100 people telling you to like be an idiot or do that thing that makes us laugh. And it can be really dissuading for streaming. So, you know, before you think about it, think about what you want to be as a streamer and how you want your community and what you envision, because you are walking into something that, you know, maybe comes from what people think is a positive place and maybe comes from what people think is a negative place or the worst thing imaginable. So I think LivestreamFails is really interesting in the sense that it's truly a democratic process of being discovered, right? Like someone finds your content, posts it, people vote and say like, I like this, let's see more of this. And, you know, as long as you keep creating that thing that people like, then they'll discover you, they'll go to you. Now, I think it also really reflects the meta of Twitch. Like, of course, Twitch is still video games and esports and stuff like that, but I think increasingly it's kind of like that edgy personality, you know, kind of, you know, watch what the chat says, say something spontaneous, see if they react to it, lean into it if they do, back off if they don't. It's kind of like this push and pull between trying to entertain people in your chat and get them to have a reaction or think of something, or, you know, just see who you are and see how your personality goes. So if you're interested in taking a look at that, you know, definitely go to the Reddit, see if your content fits. You know, maybe you don't want to play that long game of posting YouTube videos, being on Instagram, being TikTok, getting your hashtags right. You just want to take that shot at instant fame and you think you're worth it, then yeah, you know, I'll be honest, get some friends to post your clips on there and try not to make it seem too obvious. You know, don't look like a clip champ. You know, maybe try to interact with the personalities there, you know, react to their clips and comment on their things and, you know, basically become a React Andy. I don't know. Who knows how to get into it? I know I'm not in touch. I'm just you know, a spectator from afar, interested in observing all this. But, you know, I want to know from you. Have you ever checked out LivestreamFail? Have you discovered new content from it? Like, what do you think should be some ways to actually get your content discovered? Do you have your own like YouTube game plan or Twitter game plan or Instagram game plan? And what do you think like Twitch should implement to actually give people a way to like have a chance at being discovered, you know, rather than knowing someone or having to connect with someone? Like, you know, to be the truth, everything in life is about networking and pushing yourself out there, especially if you want to be a creator and be noticed. But yeah, is there better tools or ways to do this? Let me know in the comments. Give a like if this was interesting and share it. If you want to see more content about this, more like streaming culture analysis, let me know. Anyway, subscribe for more videos. Thanks again for watching. Catch you on the next one.